What's up, boys? Got some NBA player props for you guys over today on PrizePicks. PrizePicks, my favorite website for some NBA player props, just all player props in general. But today, we're talking some NBA. So, got four for you guys today. I should have an NFL video out today or tomorrow for the Super Bowl. I'm kind of planning on today, but it might end up being tomorrow. Not quite sure yet for the Super Bowl. But yeah, if you guys are already on PrizePicks, I highly recommend joining. Use code DOMG when you guys do go ahead and sign up to match your first deposit 100% up to $100. So, pretty good deal, man. If you guys are interested in joining there, it's available in most states as well. So it just opened in Virginia, so pretty awesome there. So yeah, video recap yesterday. We were 2-2, not the greatest. Steven Adams did pretty well for us yesterday. Luka Doncic did everything but get some assists, and then John Morant missed by half an assist, so that kind of sucked. But 2-2 yesterday. Wasn't exactly the best, and Patreon yesterday was not good at all. Once again, I mean, we're on kind of a short slump the last 2 days, so we'll get it right. We'll bounce back, but not down that much so far. We're just kind of on a little bit of a slump, but we'll bounce back. We always do, so I'm not that worried about it. Today we're bouncing back for sure, but yeah. All links are in the description, so the PrizePicks link and the free Discord link are in the description if you guys are interested in joining that. Free Discord link, people join, give their free research all the time over there. Put some great minds together, get some good research going. So if you guys are interested in joining that, you can go ahead and do that. That link is in the description. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about some NBA player props today. But finally, just make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. Seriously does help me out. Also, turn post notifications. That helps me out as well. But let's go ahead and talk about some of these player props here. Okay, let's talk about some player props. Let's go ahead and talk about a point prop, though. And the first one here is going to be Keldon Johnson over 15.5 points going against Atlanta tonight, averaging 18 in his last 5 games here. So he's going to need 16. He's at 18, 28, 7, 21, and 16 in his last 5 games here. So some quick stats on Keldon Johnson here. He's at minus 118 to go ahead and hit the over. He's 8 out of 10 in his last 10 games, 47% this season, and he had 15 in his last matchup, which was November 24th. So last matchup he had 15, but it was quite a while ago. So we're in February now. That was in November, so quite a while ago. And he only missed by half a point. So he's 8 out of 10. He's kind of on a hot streak in his last 10 games. So kind of liking Keldon Johnson first look just a little bit here. But the Spurs game here, there's also no Derek White, so that might help his case a little bit, but we'll see. But it's an 8-point spread, which is not exactly the greatest. There is a little bit of blowout potential there. But the over-under is there, man. 233, that's a great over-under. There's a lot of opportunities for some overs in this game, potentially. So I'm liking a little bit here. But power forward going against the Atlanta Hawks here. Let's take a look at this matchup. So power forward going against the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks are definitely on the harder side right there for power forward points. So yeah, was it 3, 6, 7, 8th toughest matchup to power forward so far this season. So that is definitely something to note. Last 7 games, they are actually the hardest to the power forward. So still definitely very, very tough. We took the last 15, gives a little bit of a better look. But yeah, and they've been a little bit tougher these recent couple of games against the power forward position. So maybe this is a spot where we want to take a break from Keldon Johnson. Or this is a spot where he almost had it last time. It's later in the season now. He's on a hot streak. Maybe we do want to take it. So, I don't know. Always do your own research, obviously. Don't go off directly just what I say. I'm recording this at 12:06 p.m. right now. So, I mean, a lot of stuff's going to change from now and 6 hours later when I submit my entries. So, do keep that in mind. So, let's go ahead, though, and talk about a point prop here once again. And we're going to go ahead and go with Zach LaVine here. I'm kind of feeling Zach LaVine. This is almost a gut play here. Oh, they bumped him. Unfortunately. He was at 24.5, I do believe, and now he's at 25.5. We'll see if we like the bump still. But at 24.5, he was a minus 118, has hit 4 out of his last 10. But that includes an injury game where he had 0 points, so he's kind of 4 out of 9 in his last 10, assuming he doesn't get hurt this game. But he's 59% this season, and he was 2 for 2 versus Minnesota, but it was last season. So, been a pretty good season long, but kind of on a slow streak, but not really. He's hit his last 2 games, so that's good. But he's going to get Minnesota tonight. So we'll take a look more in this matchup here. So Zach LaVine here. So shooting guard going against the Minnesota Timberwolves. 3-point spread, which is nice, and a 240.5 over-under. This is a game where I personally am probably going to want to go ahead and target. Huge over-under, and it's a close spread. So this is kind of like the Milwaukee game last night, but hopefully this one doesn't blow out. That was horrible, man. Bobby Portis screwed me over so bad. Shot 1 for 5 from 3, 20%. It's like, come on, man. It's your birthday too. You couldn't have made 2 3-pointers. That pissed me off. I had a lot of bad beats lately, man. It sucked. But anyways, 240.5 here. Hopefully this is not the same thing where it ends up unexpectedly blowing out. So, but we'll see here. So shooting guard going against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's take a look at points here. So shooting guard points versus Minnesota, and Minnesota is definitely on the easier side here. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're on the 9th most points to the shooting guard position so far this season, it looks like. So let's take a look at the last 7 games, though. And Minnesota gets definitely a lot easier, but still kind of in the middle, I'd say. A little bit on the harder side, maybe around that 17th hardest range. So nothing really to super note there. It's not like it's going to be a super tough matchup. But last 15 games are back on the easier side. So I don't know. I think this is a pretty good spot for Zach LaVine considering the over-under in this game. I'm not a big fan that they bumped him from 24.5 to 25.5. That's a big difference. 1 point in this is always a big difference. So I don't know. I'm still kind of liking Zach LaVine here, but I'll have to definitely look more into this one. I am liking a lot of props from that game, though, I will say, because of that over-under. All right, let's take a look at assist prop on the under. Let's take a look at Cole Anthony, under 6 assists. So they bumped this one down. Other places it's 6.5, but 6 they dropped down to 6, which is rightfully so. But 6:10, or I'm sorry, 9:10 tonight. My computer's messed up with the time. Anyways, going against Utah though, 9, 4, 5, 8, and 9 in his last 5 games. So 2 out of 5 hit rate in his. Or 3 out of 5 hit rate in his last 5 games. So averaging 7 in his last 5 games. So he's been kind of okay in his last 5 games. If you take more of a look at this, he had 2 in their last matchup. But if you take a look at the spread here, what I did was it's a 13.5 point spread. This game is more than likely going to be a win for the Jazz. The odds are in the favor for the Jazz to win this game by 10 or more points. So what I did was I took a look at stats where the Magic lose by 10 or more points. So let's take a look at this here. So in games where the Magic lose by 10 or more points, he's 35% at hitting that on the season, and he's 3 out of 10 in his last 10 games. So this is another kind of a gut play for me, at least early. So point guard here, assists versus Utah, and Utah is allowing the least amount of assists in the NBA so far this season to the point guard position. Utah is definitely a stingier defense. Take a look at the last 7 games here, and Utah is definitely still on the harder side here, allowing the 4th least amount of assists to the point guard position. Last 15 games, Utah is, 3, 5? Well, on the 5th least amount of assists to the point guard position in the last 15 games. So they've stayed consistent on being a very, very good defense for assists to point guards. So I'm thinking this could be a potential good spot, especially if you take a look at his 35% and 3 out of 10 last 10 in hitting assists in games where they lose by 10 plus points. So that's kind of what I did there. But that's kind of what I'm feeling. We'll see how that one ends up turning out. Again, always do your own research. And don't go off of direct, just what I say. Don't place entries just because of these early plays. So anyways, let's take a look at our last prop of the day here. We're going to go ahead and go with some Marcus Smart rebounds. So 3.5 rebounds he's at currently. Going against Denver tonight. So 3 out of 5 hit rate in his last 5 games. He's coming off a 1 rebound game though. So we got to kind of note that. But he's 5 out of 10 in his last 10 games, 51% on the season. He's a minus 138 to hit his over, and he had 4 in 1 matchup versus Denver, but that was also last season. So can't really take that into too much account. But anyways, Marcus Smart here, so point guard going against Denver tonight at 7:30. 6-point spread, 219.5 over under. I'm sorry, not even a half, just 219 over under. So nothing to really note there. I mean, over under is kind of just average in a way. I mean, it's kind of a little bit lower, but 6-point spread. Nothing to really note about there. Hopefully this game doesn't blow out, but it's a national blowout association right now. There's so many blowouts, so I'm thinking first half points could honestly probably be a move at some point. But so 3, 6. We're on the 6th most rebounds, right? 6th most rebounds to the point guard so far this season. So pretty good spot right there, number-wise. And then Denver last 7 games are... Oh, I completely missed them, didn't I? Where's Denver at? Denver, there you are. All right, so they're kind of in the middle, I'd say. A little bit on the harder side, maybe. 17th range. Most amount of assists allowed to the point guard position in the last 7 games. So they've been a little bit better lately, but last 15 games here, they are kind of in that same range as the last 7 games. So they've actually been a lot better as of late compared to season long at allowing point guard rebounds. So it's a decent spot for Marcus Smart. Probably my least favorite of the day, I'd say, is Marcus Smart. I guess if I had to rank these guys, for some reason I'm just feeling Cole Anthony today on his under 6 assists. I really don't know why. I'm not sure if I'm ending up playing that one at the end of the day, but I'm just kind of feeling that for some reason, especially with his stats where they lose by 10 plus points. So I don't know, man. Something to do note is that the Magic didn't lose by 10 plus when they played Utah last time. So I'm not sure if like Jokic or just someone was out last time. But and then I don't know. Zach LaVine got bumped, so I'm not sure how I feel about that one quite yet. Keldon Johnson is a decent play. I don't know. It's kind of hard to rank these ones. I'd probably say Cole Anthony is my favorite of these, though. Probably. I feel like that's just my gut feeling. And then Marcus Smart rebounds is probably my least favorite of those 4. So, yeah, that's going to do it for today's video, man. I appreciate you guys watching. If anyone is new, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn post notifications. Those are things that will help me out. But, yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. Definitely sign up for PrizePicks using code DOMG if you guys are already on it. But that's going to do it. See you guys for NFL either later today or tomorrow. See you guys next time. Goodbye.